Hollywood, the land of dreams and the stars. But what if I told you that some of these stars never actually left this town, not even after their death? Tonight, we are stepping inside the Roosevelt Hotel, a 1927 Hollywood masterpiece, the place where the very first Academy Award were held, and which has now become haunted by celebrity ghosts. Ready? Then stay with me until the end of this dark journey. The Roosevelt Hotel is no ordinary building. It opened in 1927, and just 2 years later, Hollywood history was made in its Blossom Ballroom, the very first Academy Awards. Imagine, all the giants of classic cinema were here. The hotel was a haunt for Elizabeth Taylor, Clark Gable, and most significantly, Marilyn Monroe. For them, this hotel was home, and some decided to stay forever. Our first and most famous permanent guest is Marilyn Monroe. Early in her career, she lived in Suite 1200 for about 2 years. She adored this hotel, but where did the story begin? With a mirror. Hotel staff repeatedly reported seeing the image of Monroe's ghost in a full-length mirror. Hotel staff repeatedly reported seeing the image of Monroe's ghost in a full-length mirror that was once in her suite. Marilyn, with her blonde hair and mysterious smile, would stare into the glass. Some guests say the mirror felt like a gateway to the past, but her spirit isn't confined to Suite 1200. Her ghost is also reported near the historic Tropicana pool, where she took her first professional modeling photos. But there's room for more than one star. Another great actor, Montgomery Clift, while filming the famous movie From Here to Eternity, stayed in room 928 for 3 months. Clift reportedly spent night and day in his room practicing the bugle to prepare for his role. Sadly, he passed away young. And ever since, guests of room 928 report a terrifying phenomenon, the sound of a bugle playing coming from the empty room. Some guests also feel an unseen hand tap them on the shoulder, or see Clift's spring gazing sadly out the window. He is still practicing. But the list of Roosevelt's eternal guests doesn't end there. They say that in the Blossom Ballroom, the ghost of a man in a black tuxedo is seen searching for something, perhaps his award. But the strange part is the ghost of a little girl named Carol. Carol is often seen in the lobby and near the marble staircase. She laughs, speaks with guests, and suddenly vanishes. But the important thing, it's not just sight, it's sound. Staff report object moving, room doors suddenly opening and closing. In certain areas of the hotel, a strong smell of alcohol and cigarettes is detected, which some attribute to the ghost of the famous poet, Dylan Thomas. This is not just a simple story. The Roosevelt Hotel has been the prime target for paranormal investigation groups in America. They stormed the hotel with thermal cameras, audio recorders, EMF meters devices. The results were shocking. In many rooms, the EMF devices spiked with no electrical source. Voices were captured on recorders that experts interpreted as the voice of Marilyn. Interestingly, the hotel itself capitalizes on this fame, hosting its own ghost tours. This means The hotel management acknowledges these events, but the big question remains. Why don't these famous ghosts leave this place? Perhaps Hollywood wasn't just a city, it was a dream. And the Roosevelt was the center of that dream. Marilyn Monroe, Montgomery Clift, they achieved fame, loved, and lived in this hotel. Perhaps their souls are still waiting for an unfinished script or an important phone call from their agents. They are trapped forever. Glory and glamour of classic Hollywood. The Roosevelt Hotel is a true and amazing story of intersection of history, glamour, and the paranormal. If you were ever in Hollywood, would you dare to book room 928 or suite 1200? Be sure to write your opinion in the comments.